Here we're asked to show that these trig functions are continuous on each of their domains. First we have the y equals the sine of theta, and you'll notice that when theta is 0, sine of 0 is also 0, so we have a point at 0, 0. Next function is y equals the cosine of theta, and you'll notice here when theta equals 0, the function cosine of 0 is equal to 1. And then we have y equals the tangent of theta, where we have a series of asymptotes at pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, also at negative pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2, etc. And in the middle of each of these intervals of asymptotes, we have zeros. Specifically, when theta is equal to 0, the function tangent of 0 is equal to 0 also. Now let's go ahead and show that these are continuous functions when we consider A on each of their individual domains. Solution: if you look at the sine theta graph, you'll see that if you take the limit as theta approaches 0, from the left or the right, it's going to approach the one and same number, the limit. So the limit is theta equals 0 of sine theta is equal to 0. But it so happens that that is also equal to the sine of theta evaluated at theta equals 0. Thus, the sine of theta is continuous at theta equals 0. Now, that's not everywhere, but just at 0. Also, the cosine of theta graph shows a similar result. The limit as theta approaches 0 of the cosine of theta is equal to 1. But that's the same as if you evaluate the function cosine at 0. Thus, the cosine of theta will also be continuous at theta equals 0. Then you'd have to use additional formulas for sine and cosine to show that they're continuous everywhere on their infinite domain. Their domain is everything from negative infinity to positive infinity. It's all real numbers. It's a little bit convoluted, but you can read about it in the text. I just make mention that we can extend this continuity from just theta equals 0 for sine and cosine to the entire realm of all real numbers, which is their domain. Also, since sine theta and cosine theta are continuous, our continuity law, actually part 4 of the continuity law, will tell us that the ratio of the two, tangent theta equals sine theta over cosine theta, is going to be continuous on its domain. And its domain would be all the values of theta where the cosine of theta is non-zero. In other words, the domain, the collection of all thetas such that theta is not equal to plus or minus pi over 2, plus or minus 3 pi over 2, plus or minus 5 pi over 2, etc. So that's just a sketch really of how the proof is done, the proof that we have continuity for these three trig functions.